Good morning, crafty friends. The dirty paintbrush is here, back in the craft dungeon. And so, this is my first attempt to actually talk to the camera, and I might post it, but this part might get taken off. So, I don't know yet. So, anyway, today I'm going to do my March flock swap page with the goodies that Melissa sent. So I've got my coffee and I've got my stuff all here on the table, and I'm ready to work. So pardon how I look. It's Sunday morning, and I pretty much just like to get up and throw my hair up in a knot and get my coffee and come downstairs. So I'm trying to kind of get down here and get things done before people wake up and start needing things from me. So yeah, I guess let's try to get something done. All right, so here we are. And for everybody who does not remember, here is my wonderful book. It's fun. I love looking at it. And we're going to go ahead and go back and look at last month's page. While we're here, this was the page I made from the items that I received from Sandra Kinney. And I love how it turned out. The more I look at it, I especially just love all of the coral and the teal together. So yes, the only thing I'd probably change is not so much white space. So I may go back and add some more color later. But yeah, I thought about using this page because I liked the center, and then I realized I probably should keep them in order. So yeah, I know I'm a conformist. It's real bad. It's real bad. So, whoops. Come on now. Here we go. That will be a good tag to use for something later. This is really gorgeous. And I think that somehow I could use it in here, but I would almost rather hang it up so that I can look at it. So, I've got a little spot right here. I might be able to get it to hang on to. Look, I can. Okay. It's hanging on the bottom of my tripod. Right here so that I can see it. That's her address, so I don't want that showing. The other thing I thought about trying to do today as well is I had printed out this, or cut out this rooster on my Cricut machine, and I kind of wanted to do an, because I know I didn't do any flocky themed type thing for my journal, and so I kind of wanted to put a little intro page in here, a flock swap intro page. So just put one layer of gesso on him, but I obviously need to do some painting to get him colored. So yeah, I absolutely love this envelope. Super cute. So that's definitely going to be on my page, at least part of it. It's always hard to decide which part. And so this is, I'm kind of trying again today to get on here and do something with no plan, which is super hard for me. I obviously can't cut straight down an envelope either. So that's all right. We're doing okay. We are doing okay. So, let's see, we had family over yesterday to sell. Well, that came out really crooked. Yeah, the other side of that was bad. That was terrible. Terrible, terrible. I did a bad job with that. That's all right. I definitely want the rooster because he's freaking adorable. And obviously the text, as much as I can get, we're going to get some postage sticker in here too. So yes, my father-in-law came over yesterday, and my niece Megan, whom you probably already know because she's been in the flock now with us, and it was funny because she also got a package from Melissa because Melissa had two partners, and it just so happened that she got both of us. So both of her packages got to go to Wichita. So that was easy enough. And I'm gonna keep this little bit because there's still a lot of that left. And I'm going to get rid of the address parts. And so I've got this stuff lined out now. Must have a drink. I kind of rearranged my table a little bit so that I could turn my laptop, and well, partially so that I could do the little intro of my ugly morning self, but also so that I could actually start and stop recording without having to get up and take 3 steps. So I'm hoping that I don't knock my coffee over on to, maybe I should put it over here. There's a great idea. So now if I knock it over, I will only knock it over on my phone. It's way, way better than the laptop. So, I absolutely love this napkin. And I know that I'm going to have to get it apart, which is usually, I've tried the Dawn technique, the licking the fingers, and I, for some reason, can never get it to work. Or she would stick a little bit in her mouth and wet it. I got my 2 layers right here. If I can just get my fingers to work and pull them apart, this one's going to be easier than a lot of the other ones are. There we go. Look at me go. I did that in less than 30 seconds. And I often like to keep the white backs of these as well, because even if they have no pattern on them, I keep them in my scrap bin because you can just Mod Podge this down. Look, some of the printing is actually left on here. It's real light and hard to see, but I can see that there's still some printing that kind of bled through on the white part. Anywho, it does add some nice texture to a page, similar to how, you know, crunched up tissue paper would. So I keep it to use when I need some texture. So I do like to hang on to those. Isn't that right? Miranda the crafty kitty is in here this morning. We sat outside on the patio for a little bit and drank my first cup of coffee. And now we are downstairs. So this is where I have to start making decisions about what I'm going to do with the page, right? And if it were up to me, I could just cover this whole thing up with this. Well, I mean, it is up to me, but it's super hard for me to decide exactly how I want to approach this. But we're going to go ahead and probably, I think I want to do just the bottom half here. And I don't care if it's a super straight line across here. I just kind of want to tear it in some sort of a meaningful, rippy way. So I thought that maybe using the Q-tip might help me to some extent kind of draw where I'm trying to go here without it. Obviously I could get it wetter, and I want it to be torn and scraggly though. I hear noise from above me already. Better not be up because I am busy and I don't have time for this. I don't have time for them to be up and needing me yet. Okay, yeah. Still have some things to get done today. Do I want to? I really need to get this Mod Podge used up. I'm trying so hard to get it used up because I have a whole gallon of name brand Mod Podge, but I also have this gel medium that I'm in love with this matte gel, and it turns out much more matte than the Mod Podge does, so I like to use it, but I also feel like that I need to use up what I've got. So I'm trying to get this all used up. So I'm not putting wax paper in between here, in between my pages. Usually in journals like this, I don't make too big of a deal out of things kind of bleeding over to the next page. It depends. So I'm just gonna plop this down here as close to the bottom as I can get and smooth it over as best I can get. I am not going for perfect smoothing here at all. I just want to get it down on the page. Need a little more Mod Podge right here, right here, right here. So today is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's also my father-in-law's birthday today. So we celebrated last night, and we also celebrated my niece Megan's belated birthday, which hers was in February. So yeah. Gonna gently put my nail down that. I'm afraid if I do any bone folding, it's so delicate that it might tear. So I just love how that looks. I probably could have thrown some paint down underneath it. I don't really mind that the lines are showing through, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just going to leave that brush right there for now because I have a feeling I am going to continue to use it. So let me try to get my towel adjusted here. Some of my other stuff. Oh, I love that bloom and grow. I mean, I love everything, so it's really hard to pick and choose what I am going to do, because everything is so cool. Okay, and I love this too, and I think that I would like to tear the white edges off. So we celebrated birthdays yesterday. This is like the 5th time I've tried to tell this story, right? Because I keep getting sidetracked. That's how it rolls in Craft Dungeon. So you'll have to put up with my squirrely nature. And we went out to dinner. We went where my father-in-law wanted to go, which was Cracker Barrel. And then we came home and we had ice cream cake and visited for quite a while. And Megan and I came down here for a little bit when it got later in the evening, because I had something I wanted to give her. Oh, and she brought me the coolest books. I did not bring them downstairs. She found a cool Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass book, I think at Dollar Tree. I need to go there because people keep getting all these cool books. So she knows I love Alice, so she picked that up for me, and then she got a second copy of another book that she got that was like something about sewing, like clothing, and it's got little pictures of women in it, you know, and they're kind of vintage, so their outfits are like from the 40s or 50s maybe, and then it's got some pictures of dress forms in it, and it's got some kind of cool graft. I'm talking about skin grafts here. Graft paper. And anyway, so she picked me up one too, and I was so excited because it's really cool. I absolutely love both of the books, and I was so thrilled that she grabbed them for me. So yeah, do I want to make like some kind of a pocket out of this? What do I want to do? See, this is where it gets hard for me because I know I like it, and what I should do is just make myself start gluing stuff down on the page, you know? It's what I should be doing here. But sometimes it's hard for me to make the decision. Making the decision is super hard. So yeah. So we had a good evening. I ran errands yesterday morning because I had to go to the post office and get Melissa's package out. Because Saturday is really about the only day that I can get to the post office. Because the closest post office to me where I can mail things out is not too far away, but it's by the airport, and it's also the main post office here. So I go there on Saturdays, and that's when I mail my stuff out. So I had her envelope ready to go probably since Sunday or Monday, but I just hadn't made it to the post office yet. So these little frayed edges that I left on the napkin are just going to go right up into this piece that's up here. So I got my post office run done, and then I had to go get a prescription for my husband. And we go together and run errands, but he'd been up early, and then he went back to bed for a little bit. And I came down here and recorded my package opening video, and then I decided, okay, I just want to go and get this stuff over with, get it done. So I did. I went and got his prescription, and then I took some time to go over to Ross, and I scored 4 new spring shirts, which I am in love with. They're so bright and springy, and I really needed some spring clothes. So I got 4 shirts and replaced my slides that my puppy ate last summer. So I went and got another pair of Puma slides from Ross because they're like $12, and that's pretty much all I wear at home in the summer is the slides, you know, because I don't like wearing the socks. So yeah, and then I scored us a new queen sheet set, which was really nice because we need a backup set. We pretty much just wash and put right back on the same set that we've been using. So we have 2 sets now, and I was able to score a 700 thread count queen size sheet set. The fitted sheet is deep enough to fit an 18-inch mattress, which is what we need because we have a big old fat pillow top mattress. And so I was able to get that. I think I'm going to make a pocket out of one of these. I'm just going to go ahead and, instead of just slapping things on here how they are, let's try to do something a little creative. Come on now. That's the whole point of this. So I think if I just, force myself to just start putting stuff down and stop overthinking it, I might actually be able to get this video done in 45 minutes or less. But clearly, for me, we know how this goes. Whoop, there went the paintbrush. Oh, what did it fall on? It fell on. Okay, and it fell again. Wow, I'm doing real good this morning. Come on. Oh, there's like Mod Podge everywhere. Just flopped off. Listen here. How about I put you on the lid, and then you won't want to go flopping around so much. I'm going to pull a sheet of this watermelon paper off of here, off of this notebook, because it's super cool. Okay. And then after I went to Ross and scored all that stuff, and I found a rug that I really wanted for my craft room, but I'm just not sure how to make it work in here because I need to get an office chair mat to put in here because I'm just killing the carpet rolling between tables all the time in here. And it's not carpet that I like anyway. Eventually we're going to have to change this out. I think I've mentioned it before, but whoever built the house or owned the house before us, it only had 2 owners before us, but I guess that could be a lot. It had 2 owners before us. This is so freaking cute. I love it. I've decided now that I want to cut out these little squares. They put like this off-white carpet in the basement, which I don't know. I just can't imagine why I would ever pick a light colored carpet in a basement that, I mean, we've got a sump pump and everything, and we've never had water in our basement, but a lot of people in this part of the country do, have issues with water, and I just can't imagine picking that. And then especially if you are going to ever have kids or pets, I just wouldn't want whitish carpet. So anyway, never figured that out. So eventually it'll get changed, but we've got so many other things that we want to do. And now that the weather's getting nice, it is yard work season. So after I got done with my errands, went to Walmart after Ross and picked up some printer paper because we were out of that. And I grabbed another little mini binder from Walmart because I've been meaning to grab another one to make it just a home to just my 52 weeks of tags. So I did that, and I grabbed some of my own printer paper as well as just the regular standard 20-pound printer paper. I got some 28-pound because I wanted something. I've got glossy stock to print on, and then I've got, I think it's brochure stock, and then I've got card stock that I can print on. We have a laser printer. I would still like to get an inkjet printer to use with a scanner to use for craft stuff. You can also print on a lot of other things with a laser printer because there's not the heat like there is with the laser, because the laser like heat sets the toner. So I can't like run vellum through it or anything like that. I can't, glue some other kind of more tedious medium down to copy paper and run it through the inkjet printer because it would just melt it and kill it basically. And I would also like to, try the Mod Podge. I'm gonna leave that. I guess the Mod Podge transfer method for graphics, and I can't do that with an inkjet printer either. So, but there are other priorities first. And good morning. Ink is just so expensive, and so I can't imagine really having to buy more ink on top of what we already spend on toner, which actually we haven't had to buy a lot of toner. So I will have to say the toner usage is very good for that printer that we have. So it prints out graphics pretty well. Sometimes it does better than others on more intricate like photographs, but this serves the purpose. I mean, I'm able to print out graphics to use for my crafting, so I do, and I will use it because that's what I've got right now. So I'm going to sounds like the dog has jumped from the bed. Trust me, you can hear 65 pounds of pit bull jump out of bed from down here when it's right above you, for sure. No problem. And put this piece over here. So basically at this point I'm working on the background. So I'm taking everything that I can out of the envelope that makes a good background, and I'm piecing it together on here. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, and I hope that I don't completely screw it up. And I actually love the little crinkles that have formed at the end of this watermelon paper. So I really love this bag. I think I'm going to make a pocket out of this. So I should be able to cut the zipper off. And then the edge, the raw or the cut edge, I think I'm going to cut this like in half or cut a third of it off to make my pocket. And I don't know if I want it quite that tall either. So maybe what I ought to do is cut this in half. These baggies are so cool. Yeah, there we go. And then maybe cut it like this. Oh, see, it flopped on me. Now it's not going to be completely straight. Oh my gosh, I don't need it to be completely straight. I do need to get my double-sided tape. This should do the trick. Oh, my other two rolls are over there. I see them now. Oh, so when I went to Walmart yesterday, I did not get groceries. I just got some of the other things we needed. So I'm gonna have to go, we're gonna have to go back today and get groceries for the week. My husband's got a super short week. I've got a day off this week and possibly a second day off, but I'm just not entirely sure if I want to take another day of vacation or not, because I only have a little over a week saved up. I've only been at my job for not even a year yet at this current one. So, okay, come on, work with me there. Tape. Really? There we go. So I'm just gonna turn this cut edge back into a stuck edge, and then we'll have a pocket if I can get it to if I can get the tape liner to come off here. Come on, what are we doing? I can't grab it. I almost got it. Okay. It actually, the tape liner actually came off my finger and went right into the trash. That never happens. It's always so staticky and sticks to my finger so bad. So there, now I've got my pocket. And I love this tape because you can't even see it. So it's great. So I knew I wanted to make a pocket with that. Was probably what I was going to do with that. When I saw it, because it's so, yes, I almost forgot about this. And then I've got this too. There's just so much. Okay, I want to make sure and get some of this stuff moved so that I make sure that I see all the smaller bits and bobs that are underneath here that kind of got hidden under all this backgroundy stuff. Okay, that way I know what I'm using here to actually start decorating. I love this paper too, so I'm going to use a little bit of this and then keep some for my stash. So we also did yard work yesterday, so I came home and we were all outside cleaning up the yard. It's been so cold and icy and snowy that we hadn't probably been outside to take care of dog poop in quite a while because we haven't been able to. It's been too cold. So we got all the dog poo cleaned up, and I'm just gonna leave it. I want to go under here if I can. We got the rest of the leaves in the yard cleaned up, and we got a bunch of sticks cleaned up from all the recent storms. Okay, that's not gonna work. I can't get it how I want it. So we're gonna go like this. And we got our patio table back out and put the ceramic tiles back in the top of it, and brought the chairs down to the patio. There were some on the deck that we had been using up there, so the deck is all cleaned off now, and we just have 2 rocking chairs up there and a little table. So that's good that that's all cleaned up. And so yeah, we got all the excess leaves picked up out of the yard, and the dog poo picked up, and the table put back. And yeah, it looks really nice. I put some of my spring, or my spring, summer, whatever, my nice time of year garden art back out. Garden art, I don't know, like I've got some vintage metal frogs that I have staked into the ground, and got my pots cleaned out a little bit, and ready to go for when I can go actually buy flowers, which won't be for probably another month and a half. I don't like to buy flowers until May because it's still very possible for it to freeze at night in April, and I am too lazy to come outside and cover my pots. So yeah, that's why I don't buy flowers too early, because I don't want to have to deal with bringing sheets and stuff outside and having to cover things. So yeah, so we got all that done, and we're getting the sprinkler system turned back on next week, and getting the yard like pre-season sprayed, or at least just going to get a treatment one time and kind of see if it helps it get it going for the year a little bit. And then I'm sure I know my husband's wanting to talk to the guy and get some advice. I know we talked about we need to plant some seed. We got to wait till after they spray because we don't know what effect the spray would have on the seed. And then we've got a spot in the backyard that's bare because we have a huge tree, and the tree roots have completely taken over especially on the west side of the tree. And then on top of that, the dogs are constantly over there on that side of the. See, I put the Mod Podge up there, and then I put this down here. Yeah, so we need to probably bring some dirt in and try to it's not straight at all, but I don't care. Oh, come on, now. Let's be reasonable. So probably bring some dirt in is what we need to do, and get a couple inches of dirt on top of those roots, and then maybe put some sod down. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. We got all kinds of stuff we need to do. Plenty of time to decide. Okay, yeah, so far I'm loving that. So pretty. Love it. Okay, need a drink of coffee. Ooh, it's not warm anymore. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Not so much. So, really want to color those. What do we got here? I need to buy to bake. I will hang on to those. Okay, I love this. I just want to go. Let's just go ahead and pull you apart now. And I think instead of going to efforts to try to glue this all down, I am just going to staple it because, you know, and I could glue it, but man, gluing is, it's going to take forever to dry. Try to glue this down. It's no big deal if I staple it because I can cover up the backs of the staples when I get ready to do my next page, so I'm really not all that concerned about that. And not that I care if they're showing or not. Is that going to hold? It sure is. Hey, here we go. I need my page here. So make sure that we have some give there, but that we don't have too much. I don't want it flopping around. I just want it to be a nice little border here. So if I can get in there, perfect. Me love it. And I have a little bit left over, which is awesome. That's the best part, is that I can use it again. I am going to go ahead and put my rooster down. I think I'll put my rooster over here. I think so. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I'm laying my hand down, and then I probably should have stuck this down with matte gel because he's already got it's a seal on him, so this Mod Podge on the top is not going to soak through. So, at least I assume it's not. Matte gel probably would have been a better idea, but as long as he sticks his feathery butt down on the bottom here, we're good to go. And so I'm just going to run my finger along the edge here just to try to get him sealed up. on the edges, because that's what I'm concerned about, is the edges sticking. And then the only reason why I'm going over the top of him is just to have a uniform finish, I guess, because I know that going over the top of him, if he's already sealed with matte medium or clear gesso or Mod Podge, it's not going to do any good, because this Mod Podge, this coat of Mod Podge, will not soak through. All right, did I get far enough down here? I don't think I did. Try again. Try again. I need a little bit more, because being cantankerous here. Come on. Stick phony. So, I mean, I'm enjoying how this is turning out. How I'm sitting here building this out and yakking, and yeah. Hopefully, I absolutely love this. This is so cool. Okay, I don't have any of this down yet. Okay, so this is going to go in the pocket. This is her note to me. Oh, if I can find the pocket that I cut. There it is. Is this it? This might be it. Nope. And this is the super long piece. What did I do with the pocket that I actually cut for this? I just love how I lose things so easily here. There it is. There it is. Not completely lost. So, this is going to go down like this. And where's that little border piece? There it is. I kind of think that I want to save that, but I think this would be great here. And I think, oh no, the lid was off my glue. That's no good. I hope it's not all dried out. Luckily for me, I'm about out, and I have another, look, it's not. And I have another bottle in my backup stash. Yep. So, it's that time of year again to get my son signed up for all his summer football camps that he's got to take. He'll be on the football team again next year. And it's time to start paying all the football dues and getting the camp sign-ups done. And that's always a load of money. So, yeah, doing that. And he is in driver's ed now. And not this week, but next week, he'll be doing some driving. So he'll be out and about in the evenings with the, I could make a flippy floppy out of this too. With the school, learning how to drive. He'll be going out today again, probably with my husband, and doing some driving. So he's been going out on the weekends. We've been trying to get some hours in. I don't like riding with him right now. I'm a big chicken. And it just has more to do with, I don't have great eyesight. I was born with some stuff that just like birth defects in my eyes that have just made it, made my eyesight not good, not very good. It's not terrible, but it can't, I mean, even glasses doesn't correct it all the way. So my depth perception is not that good either. So it's hard for me to go out with a new driver because I'm constantly like, slow down, you're too close. You know, when in actuality, he's probably not too close. And obviously over the years, I have God, I love this. You make each day a little bit brighter. Over the years, I have obviously been able to adjust for my eye issues, you know, so I can drive, you know, just fine. But trying to teach somebody else how to drive when I don't judge distance as well as he does is harder. So my husband's working with them, and then my son's dad is working with them on the weekends that he's over there. So it helps. I just wanted to ink a little bit around that. I did. And I wonder what would happen. Let's just try it. I like the kind of the smudgy look the water gives it. It's the Distress Oxide. So I just don't want to get the picture wet. I have no idea if this was colored with water-soluble marker or watercolor pencil or anything. So I don't want to smear it. And dry those edges a little bit. I love inking torn edges. It's just, it looks so cool, I think. I'm going to put this right here because I feel like it. It's a good reason, right? I'm going to put this right here because I feel like it. This is probably one of those instances where I should put some glue on the back of this before I actually stick it down to the Mod Podge, because this is one of those thicker pieces of paper that Mod Podge wouldn't do. I should have got the gel medium out again. Gel medium could handle this with no problem. But, you know, that happens. Kind of lazy. And sometimes I just don't think about it. So we're going to do that. And I am just going to kind of go over the edges a little bit. And it's going to kind of bleed some of that orange in, which I'm okay with. I'm actually okay with that. But since I've got liquid glue back there, I just kind of want to smooth that out as best that I can. Luckily for me, this was either printed on the printer or stamped with a permanent ink pad, because the black text is not smearing, which I'm grateful for. So if I kind of do this, the way it kind of spreads that orange around is pretty cool. So get a little bit of Mod Podge on there and it bleeds some of that out, which I really like. That's the great thing about the Distress inks, I guess. So yeah, that's so pretty. I need a wipey wipe. So what else? Yes, so this week we Wednesday we're going to a family thing in Kansas City, which is a couple hours away from here. It's a family thing that we need to attend, and on our way to do that, we're going to stop at IKEA and get some new furniture for our kitchen. So we're going to get like a freestanding cabinet with countertop, and then a couple of upper cabinets and maybe some floating shelves. And we kind of have this whole side to our kitchen that I think was built as an eat-in kitchen, because it's like got a big window and it's just kind of empty over there, like there's no cabinets or anything. But we also have a dining room, so we don't use the eat-in kitchen for that purpose. So we are going to put some cabinets over there. I don't want to put that there, and I don't want to put it there. And I guess I could put it there. Yeah, see, I should have thought this through a little better. I should have put this down and then put the border on top of it. Well, here's the deal. I don't have to use it as a pocket. I don't have to. Where's her address? I need to back that on something. And I could make this a flip. I would kind of like to do that. And I could make it a flip over here, or I could put it here. Oh my gosh, like where am I going to put it? Because there's so many places to put it. And then I got to decide what tape I want to use. It's so bright and springy. I mean, that would work. Maybe I should just do, if I do this, I won't be able to read it. So I need to do a side flip so that I can actually read it, because that would be helpful, right? So I think I'm going to try to decide. I think I do want to go ahead and put it on the side of my page instead of in the middle, although I could put it here. I could put it like right there. That should give me enough room to put my tape. Let's try that. It would help if I had tried to peel it the right direction. And that's almost perfect on the top part. I don't have any extra flopping over like I do down here. There we go. Get off there. Get off there, you. And the great thing about the washi tape is that double it up like that, and it works pretty well. There we go. And then a little bit here that needs snipped off. There, I love it. It's my flippy. And then I still need a pocket because I need something to put her address in. I think I had a smaller piece. I really wanted to use part of that baggie as a pocket. And then I've kind of, it's really not much smaller, but it is a little bit, kind of limited myself to where I could put it. But the great thing about this baggie is you can still kind of see through what's on the bottom. So maybe I could just go ahead and cover up the rooster, because you can still see him. And I mean, you know, layering is like a big deal, right? I mean, that's what you do. You layer stuff. I'm trying to convince myself that this is okay. I don't know if liquid glue is going to work on this or not. I probably just should have used the tape. Probably would have been a better idea. Either way, this is going to have to, I mean, I've never had an issue with this Tombow multi-liquid glue. It pretty much sticks anything to anything. But and then I also didn't think about the fact that it's going to show through. That was dumb. But it's actually not too bad. Actually, maybe this dries clear. And maybe it does dry clear. Oh gosh. I don't want glue up there. Come on now. Come on now, work with me. And then I got some glue down the side of it. I could never get it right. I can never get just enough so that it doesn't come splooging out the edges. But yet enough to hold it down. I'm always, no matter what, it seems like it's always splooging out the edges. So that will probably work. I just want to make sure I can still open it up. Yeah, it's going to be, we'll see. We'll see how well this works. I may have jacked it up by doing that. The great thing is I've got more baggy. Yep, the dogs are up. The dogs are up. So the idea behind that was I wanted to put her address in there. So I'm going to back it on some paper. So what I like to do is keep the return address labels because it's got the address on it, and more often than not, they're cute. I don't use return. I guess I could make some return address labels so that I could use them. I need to be careful about what I'm doing here so that I'm going to go ahead and put my lid on my Mod Podge for right now because I think I'm close to the end, and I'm going to throw it around. We're also going to do that. The idea here is to do this part off camera. Now I've got sticky glue crap everywhere. I'm going to have to spray this down and clean it with my Murphy's oil soap. One thing about this Tombow mono liquid glue, man, is it's sticky. So even if you use a wipe to clean your hands off on, it is just really sticky. Like your hands don't really get clean. And that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So I'm basically just putting this on a background so that there's pattern on the other side of it. I don't know why it matters, but that's just how I roll. So that's what I'm doing here. And I could make this into a tag, even though I didn't really put it on an even piece of paper, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's a great thing about junky journals. So just double checking and making sure that I am not in frame, because I don't want to be flashing around her address. I'm sure she would not appreciate that either. So I'm going to ink the edges of this paper here with my cracked pistachio because it's such a pretty springy color. And I'm pretty sure somebody's coming down the stairs, man. All right, so what I could do is make a tag out of that and put the rest of that really pretty sparkly fiber in there, even though I really don't want to use the rest of it up because I'd like to have some for something else. But it makes sense to me to have something on the tag. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. So there is my little bit there. And let me see. Where is the, we'll put that in here. Very cool. Oh, my whole workspace is like sticky feeling. It's going to drive me insane. It's going to drive me incredibly insane. We are going to stick a butterfly right there. Yes, we are. And I am going to crap everywhere. I'm going to write the date on this. So this is my March 2019 page. And that's going to go in here as well. There we go. And gosh, those dogs. There's so much stuff in here, and I always feel like compelled to use every single little piece. Where'd the other butterfly go? The one that fell off of the sticky paper to begin with. She must be around here somewhere. She must be around here somewheres. I kind of want to put this over here so that I have a little bit of that really cool pattern in here. And I'm gonna have to cut this video short. So I need to get finished up here because I am being summoned. I am needed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try my luck with some glue stick on that. Usually doesn't work too well for me, but we'll see, because I just wanted a bit of that over there, and I love how it looks. Oh, that's so cute too. God, see, everything is so cute. I just can't stop. I'm still trying to get my hands clean from that glue. I know what will do it. What will do it is my Murphy's. If I just put a little bit of that on my towel, and because it's dry, I'm sorry guys, it drives me nuts to have everything be all sticky. So if I can get it kind of wiped down a little bit so that everything's not sticky from that little bit of glue, then I will be much happier. There we go. Much better. Hello, kitty. Kitty's rolling around on the floor over here. Are you rolling around on the floor? Does that feel good? I need to brush you again today, and then I really should try to trim your claws because they are insanely long and obnoxious. All right, this doesn't need to go here. I'll put it over here. Back in its hole where it goes. Okay, so I've got my stuff in my pocket here. And then, I don't know, I kind of want this on the outside of the pocket. Kind of do. Got my little pocket there. I kind of want that. Or maybe I could just staple it. I'm going to be stapling things everywhere. I could, though. I could just staple it right here. Where'd my stapler go? I kind of decided that I wanted to staple that so that it could be more easily seen. And I could just sit here all day long and keep adding stuff, clearly. Oh man. I love it. I love it. probably wasn't a good idea to try to use this with a glue stick because I'm getting more on the front and on my fingers than anything else. But come on. And see, that's the problem right there because that's all sticky on top. Oh, where is my still wet wipe? I don't have any idea. I can't keep track of my stuff. It's so bad. All right, well, I'll spray this one with some water and it'll serve its purpose of cleaning my hands off. And then what I probably should do is go over this. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work at all. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and suck it up and get the Mod Podge out again, which I was trying to avoid for whatever reason. Wow, I'm a mess. Like dripping everywhere, and come on, I want it to be like, oh my god, come on. Well, Dawn should be proud of me today because I am the true meaning of let's make a mess. So Dawn, if you see this, this is for you, girl, because I'm making a mess everywhere. Okay. And that's where that, I don't really want big splooges of Mod Podge on my page over here because I don't need it. All right. Got that lined out. I should have just done that in the first place rather than trying to glue stick a die cut word. I know better than that. So yeah, that was me not using my noodle. Not using my noodle. Is this a sticker or is it just a, looks like, okay, that's supposed to be, I get it. It's a picture glued onto a square, but I know that I don't have to use everything. Like, I know that I don't, but I just keep putting stuff on. It's terrible. I can't stop. It's a sickness. So yeah, and now I want to put this little flower on right next to it. I think that'll go right there. And I've got dried Mod Podge hanging from my thumb. Gross. Looks like a hair. Okay. Is that good enough or should I put another flower on there? Yeah, I should. Why not? Why not? There we go. Look at that beauty. Should have inked the edges of that flower is what I should have done. What I should have did. Everything is wet on here for the most part. There we go. Now I got my little paper clip up there. All right. So, I mean, I think either way, it's mostly done. So, here is my page for the March block swap. And from my part, these are items that I used from my partner this month, who was Melissa LeBeau Westlake. And this is what I did. So I've got my flippy here that tells me about her. And then I've got a really pretty colored stamped image here, a bunch of background, a cool little border she made. There's a floral napkin in the back, a little cluster that I wrote the date on and stapled in the corner. And then over here, I used some of her baggie that she used to protect her stuff to make a pocket. And I stuck in here the little Oklahoma City basketball team logo and the tag I made with her return address label on the other side so that I always have it. And behind that came from the envelope, the rooster with the flocking feathered friendship. She wrote in there. And I've got more pieces of the envelope here, the word love, some really pretty fiber, and my awesome little paper clip. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it's pretty. Yes, yes. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed my video. And if you did, please hit the like button, and please leave a comment and let me know that you were here and that you were watching or even just listening to me babble. I like to know when people visit, and I like to know what they think, comments, and yeah, I had a good time making this page, and I think it looks really super springy and cute, and I'm super thrilled with it. So thank you again, Melissa, for the wonderful flock swap. It's been nice chatting with you on Facebook as well and getting to know you a little bit. And we definitely have some things in common too. So I look forward to continuing to get to know you. And it has been a pleasure. And thank you everybody for watching. Have a great day and enjoy the spring weather for those of you that are feeling it. Have a great week. And I'll be talking to you later. Bye-bye.